Hola, ¿cómo estás? Habla, profe. ¿Profe? ¿Estás aquí en clase? No, no estoy en clase. Pero te hablo por la computadora, porque soy mágico. ¿Qué día es hoy? Sí, correcto. Es miércoles. ¿Y cuál es la fecha? ¿Verdad? Es el 17 de septiembre. ¿Y qué tiempo hace? Sí, hace fresco. ¿Y un chiste? Por supuesto, tengo un chiste. Hay un niño en la casa y está preparando mucho té. Té. Y la madre le dice, hijo, ¿por qué estás preparando tanto, so much té? ¿Por qué estás preparando tanto té? El niño le responde, es que mi profesor de matemáticas dijo que hay un examen mañana y me dijo, prepárate. Es gracioso. Prepárate, prepare yourself. Pero el hoyo, prepárate, prepare tea. Qué buen chiste. Gracias, profe, porque siempre nos cuentas los chistes muy graciosos. De nada. Ok, necesitamos practicar un poco de gramática para el examen. Hay un examen grande y oficial de Kent State y todos los estudiantes necesitan tomar el examen y por eso necesitamos practicar un poco de gramática. Y saben que a mí no me gusta practicar gramática, no me gustan los ejercicios, los worksheets, boo, no me gustan. Pero necesitamos estudiar un poco. En inglés, un momento. We will practice this again before the test. Don't panic. And in all honesty, it's something that we've really seen over the last couple years. We just don't spend a lot of time talking about the name of it and doing grammatical exercises. We're going to do a little bit of that now and a little bit before the test next week. And don't panic, you will be just fine. Again, I don't like to do this. I think it's a waste of class time. So, on the day that Profe is not in class, it's perfect. The computer can help you practice your grammar. Okay, preterite and imperfect. You might remember Spanish 2 talking a lot about this. Preterite basically is those things that happen one time, completed actions. And I don't care if you don't, preterite and imperfect, I don't care if you know those terms. But I do care that you understand how this works. One time completed action, something that somebody did. Okay, for AR verbs, like we talked about what you do yesterday, we say yo manejé, yo trabajé, yo maté un oso con mis manos. Hasta, we do a lot of our stories with él chocó el carro, compró un unicornio mágico. Amos, Aaron, se casaron, they got married. And for our ER and IR verbs, yo comí, yo corrí, ¿qué hiciste, qué comiste ayer? For two, se rompió el tobillo, he broke his ankle. That happened one time, just one time. Rompió, himos, hieron. Imperfect is used for things that were repetitive, habitual, ongoing. Best way to remember it is what somebody used to do, or sometimes we use it for what somebody was doing. These are for what somebody did. These are for what somebody used to do. That's the key term, or was doing. So you probably remember a lot of Abba for that. Trabajaba, he used to work. For two Abbas, Abba, Abamos, Aban. What other ones did we see a lot of with that are A verbs? Jugaba. De niño, profe jugaba al béisbol. He used to play baseball. Todos los días, Jorge cantaba en la ducha. I don't know. He used to sing every day in the shower. What we don't see as often, because they're not as common, are the ER and IR verbs like this. Ia, dormía. He used to sleep. We had a phrase last year where we said somebody dormía cuando un ladrón entró. He was sleeping when a thief entered. Ias, ia, íamos, ian. So these are things that used to happen or were happening. These are things that happened one time. Boom. Bueno. You have a paper. And what I want to do is go over it with you. Your paper should look like this. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit. If you're feeling very brave and you want to, you can pause the video now and try to do this paper by yourself, and then come back and turn it back on and check your answers. If not, I'm just going to go through it, and you fill it in as I go through it. It's kind of like you're cheating. Don't tell the sub, profe is giving you all the answers. But I'll go through it with you, which will be good practice, and then again, we'll practice it again next, sometime this week or next week. So, here we go. This is, I didn't create this. This comes from Kent State's textbook. They give you the options up here, and you're going to put them in the blank here. So we'll go through them real quickly, and hopefully it won't be too boring. Carlos Gardel, whoever that is, blank, en Toulouse, Francia, en 1890. We have nacer, remember to be born. So we know our options are either nació or nacía. Nacía would be somebody who used to be born, which that's ridiculous. Nació one time. So we're going to use nació. Carlos Gardel nació in Toulouse, Francia. A lot of times just go with what feels right, because it's what we've done a lot over the last couple of years. We use nació a lot. Carlos nació. Número 2. Pero luego su familia, mudarse means to move. You only move one time. You don't used to move a lot. So we're going to use se mudó. This one right here. Se mudó a Buenos Aires. Número 3. Desde muy joven, Gardel blank en bares y fiestas. He used to sing in bars and fiestas. So if we're going to say used to sing, we're going to say cantaba. Número 4. Gardel, we have the verb obtener la ciudadanía, citizenship, Argentina en 1923. Obtener, he obtained it one time. We're going to say obtuvo. Where'd it go? Here. Obtuvo. He obtained it. 5. Allí blank y continúa siendo un símbolo nacional. The preterite form of ser, which we hardly ever see because it's rarely used, but it is fue. Fue for número 5. Número 6. Carlos Gardel no solo era famoso, he was famous por cantar, sino que también actuar. He used to act also. He did it many times, not just once. He used to act, so we're going to say actuaba en número 6. Número 7. Con frecuencia, Gardel viajar a París. If he did it with frequency, he did it more than once, we're going to say viajaba. Viajaba. Número 8. Gardel nunca, he never got married. That one time, he never got married one time. Nunca se casó. Número 9. Finalmente, en 1935, Gardel, he died. You normally only die one time. Murió. Right here. Murió. Cuando él tenía 45 años. With you're saying how old somebody was, it's always tenía. Never tuvo. Always tenía. Same thing with like was hungry, had fear, had jealousy. Always going to be tenía. Which again, that should just sound right to you because that's what we've done 100 times. All right, the part below. This is tricky, but I'll help you out. This should say el viernes, not los viernes, because whatever. It should be el viernes, one Friday. My roommate and I went shopping. So we're going to say fuimos. Fuimos de compras. No word bank here, so just listen to how I say it. Fuimos de compras. Let's do. No había comida en casa. Y nosotros teníamos mucha hambre. Again, with having hunger, fear, jealousy, always tenía. Because it's nosotros teníamos. En esa época, at that time, Luis seguía, he was following una dieta macrobiótica, whatever a macrobiotic diet is, he was following that. Pero yo comía todo tipo de comida because I was eating. I used to eat, not just one time, but I was eating all kinds of food, incluso la comida rápida. Una vez, mientras nosotros caminábamos, this is one case where we're using the imperfect, the habamos, for what somebody was doing. How do we know we were doing it? Because of the word mientras, which means while we were walking. Nosotros caminábamos a la tienda de comida orgánica. Luis me dijo, he said it one time, me dijo, ¿por qué no tratas de comer alimentos un poco más saludables? Antes yo siempre, I always, estaba enfermo. And again, that should just sound right with enfermo. Estaba enfermo. Pero una vez means once I changed. Again, change usually happens at one instance. Una vez que yo cambié la dieta, empecé a sentirme mucho mejor. Empecé, and remember we're going to use a C instead of a Z. Yo quería decirle que a mí no me gustaba mucho los vegetales y granos integrales, pero solo le dije, le dije, bueno, a ver si me gusta o no. Well, let's see if I like it or not. Nosotros llegamos a la tienda, we arrived that one time, y Luis compró varios alimentos orgánicos. He bought them at one point. Compró. Los llevamos, we took them a casa, y Luis nos preparó. He prepared for us un guisado de frijoles, a bean stew, arroz y vegetales. Unos amigos vinieron a cenar y todos comimos el guisado. They came and we ate. At one time they came, at one time we ate. Yo le dije a Luis que el guisado estaba muy rico, pero en realidad yo no comí mucho. Unas horas después yo tenía hambre, always tenía with hambre, otra vez. Understand when I say always tenía, I mean always tenía if it's the past. If I'm talking about the present, I would say tengo, but this is past. Yo tenía hambre. Otra vez. Salí, I left, sin decirle nada a Luis, y fui a comer una hamburguesa en un restaurante cercano. It was nearby. Después, yo estaba satisfecho. Always use estaba when describing how you're feeling. I was satisfied. Pero tenía un poco de vergüenza. I was a little embarrassed. Voy a preparar la cena la próxima vez. All right. That was a lot. Good job. You should have them all perfect because I just told you all the answers. This preterite and imperfect between aba and o, or ia and e, or aba, is, I think, one of the most difficult things in Spanish. So if it feels difficult for you, don't panic. It's okay. It's very hard. Just again, know that we've been doing it for a long time, and most of the time what feels right is going to be what's right. And also remember that choosing the right form of a verb on a worksheet means very, very little when it comes to your abilities and your proficiency in Spanish. What we spend a lot of time doing is communicating because that is more important. Okay, I'm almost out of time. Bueno, mucho inglés, mucho gramática. Si tienes preguntas, podemos hablar mañana. Mañana estoy en clase con otro chiste muy gracioso. Y ojalá que tengas un buen día. Y nos vemos mañana. Adiós.